Hey everybody, it's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance, coming back at you with another episode. You know, we're talking about fragrance, we're talking about colognes, we're talking about perfumes. That's what we love to do. We know we're fragrance addicts, we're fragrance enthusiasts, we're fragrance aficionados. Whatever you want to call yourself in the comment section below, let me know what you call yourself. Anyways, we're going to be talking about 10 a.m. Flirt by Kieren NYC. I think I've mentioned this a couple times. I think it's hit a couple of my list, but I don't remember doing a full-length review of this beauty, and I feel like it needs a review. This fragrance is gorgeous. Before we talk about it, down below, you see that like button, give me a thumbs up. You know, you see all of that. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, help me out, do all those good things for me, and let's get started. Anyways, this fragrance, my goodness, it's a beauty. Let's talk about the Maine Accords. There are some other notes to this fragrance, but I get three big notes out of this fragrance. When you wear this fragrance, you're going to notice right off the top, there's a beautiful fig. It's juicy, it's lively, but it's not overtly sweet. It's, figs can become jammy. They can have that texture where, it's almost in a resinous in a way, jammy, just like berries and jams, something you would put on toast. This fragrance is just juicy. It smells like a freshly squeezed fig. It's very nice. And what's so interesting is that fresh, beautiful fig. Sometimes it has green nuances, and it's very much complemented by a beautiful grassy accord. Yes, grass. Just like the lawn, just like all this grass out here, this fragrance smells like fresh mown grass. There's very few fragrances that capture that smell and that feeling. Carolina CH212 man captured that smell, but I feel like that fragrance is definitely unisex and kind of doesn't have the vibe that I personally like. This is a dream come true. I've always wanted a very wearable, fresh cut grass fragrance. I love fig. I'm already smitten. And I was really surprised by another special note that came through in this fragrance in a really big way. This fragrance has a big, bold, loud, definitely strong, gonna slap you in the face gardenia note. If you've never smelled gardenia, and if you've never, came across gardenia, it to me doesn't exactly smell like a white floral at all, but it comes across in a very nice, almost in an orange flower way, like fresh orange flowers, like before they're distilled and before they're processed. It's a very interesting note. I didn't know I liked gardenia. I didn't know that I had ever, would like gardenia. I didn't know what I was getting into. I'd never really been around a gardenia plant, and trust me, this is one of my favorite florals I've ever tried. This stuff is truly unisex. It's a really nice fragrance. I think it's one of their top sellers, and 10 a.m. Flirt is just a gorgeous, gorgeous juice. Trust me, guys, this is an upcoming brand. You probably haven't heard about this fragrance before, from NYC. This fragrance, I did win it from a giveaway. I think it was from the wonderful Redolescence, a while ago, if I remember right. And, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I'm so happy that I have it. I'll tell you about the price and the projection and everything, but I just want to say that this stuff is gorgeous. I don't know if it is a masterpiece. I don't know if I should say it is a masterpiece, but trust me, guys, this is one of my favorite spring fragrances, hands down. This is hands down just one of my favorite fragrances that I've tried in a long time. And let's talk about that performance. This fragrance, another reason why I love it, is this thing is no slouch. This is not weak juice. This fragrance performs, and it performs beautifully. This fragrance, again, it's fruity with the fig off the top, then a beautiful grassy greenness, and then the gardenia just hits you, and then the fragrance starts to evolve. The fig, becomes a little bit less sweet, but it still holds on for its dear life, and the grassiness definitely sticks through with the fragrance, and the gardenia just carries the fragrance and has all that character and just keeps going on and on and on. This fragrance on my skin, it gave me anywhere from like 8 to 9 hours, which for this fragrance isn't exactly a traditional citrusy fragrance. It's not like your grapefruit. It's not like, your bergamot and those kinds of things. But this fragrance is overtly, to my nose, smells more fresh. It might be considered floral to some of y'all, but to me, this fragrance is more of a fresh fragrance. And to get 8 or 9 hours or so of performance, that's just outstanding. This is one of the best fresh, performing fresh fragrances I've ever tried. And also the projection is stellar. One time it actually bothered me because I wanted to take a nap, and this stuff wouldn't go away. I tried to scrub it away a couple times, and this stuff was beautiful. It kept going and going and going. It did not want to go away off my skin. So guys and gals, ladies and gents, this stuff has, above average performance for sure. Good, to, I don't know, probably a, great performance. I wouldn't say it's beast mode projection at all, but I would definitely say it's good. Or, maybe just even above good, very good projection. Sillage, oddly enough, wasn't heavy on this fragrance, but the projection was there. Sillage was decent, but it didn't really create much of a scent trail. This stuff likes to make a big cloud. It's more almost like dispersive. This fragrance, to me, because of all of that gardenia, reminds me of aldehydes, and I usually don't like aldehydes. It really depends. But the yellow aldehydes, things like Chanel No. 5, just really annoy me. And this fragrance is gorgeous. It really made me happy because I never knew that I was going to like a fragrance that was so floral heavy. I never knew that I was going to love something that was so floral. About the only other floral heavy fragrance I've ever fallen in love with was Wolfsbane by Cortana, which is certainly a niche fragrance and for the very daring individuals out there. This brand, I think you would consider them niche. To me, I see this brand as almost more indie. They're definitely out there. They only have 4 fragrances, and they're doing a wonderful, wonderful job. Compliment factor wise, this did do a good job. It's fresh, it's inviting. People have not really smelled anything like this before, but it is inviting because it's a little bit familiar, because it's still fresh, it's still clean, it's still, something, a little bit approachable for the average person. So was it unique and different? Yes. Did I get compliments? Oh yeah. Guys and gals, everybody seemed to like this fragrance. They're really impressed by this fragrance. I think that this is a very, very modern, almost green fragrance. If you're a green lover of fragrances, you probably would say that this is not very green. But for the modern age, for a lot of modern young people, maybe trendy people, this brings green to the forefront, and this brings that green tone to a fragrance in a really beautiful way. And they even put that, here on the bottle. It's got a green tone and a green texture, no doubt about it. So, very modern green fragrance, done very, very well. Blended excellently. I hope I'm not hyping this fragrance. This fragrance is one in my collection that has stood the test of time. I'm not selling this fragrance. I'm not giving this fragrance away. This baby's going to stay with me. This stuff is gorgeous. So, we talked about the compliment factor. Let's talk about the price. This fragrance is $78 US for about 50 mils. Last time I looked at it, that kind of equates to, if we're to get 100 mils of it, that'd be about $156. Is it worth that kind of price? I think it's a fair value. I don't know if price for money wise that it's an amazing value, but I do think it's worth it. This fragrance is worth the price. I do think that you get good performance, you get a beautiful smell, you get something well blended. I'm really behind this brand. This brand came out of the blue. There weren't a lot of reviews out there on this fragrance. I didn't hear a lot about this fragrance. I didn't know a lot about it. I won it from that giveaway, and I smelled it, and I was just blown away. And I want to bring this fragrance out to y'all because if you like, if you're not scared away of florals, if you've never found a floral that you like, if you like green, fragrances with little bits of green nuances, if you like fig, if you like grass, you gotta try this fragrance. You just got to. You gotta give it a chance. I don't recommend blind buying. I'm not really about the blind buying. I'll admit that I do a lot of it myself, but I always encourage sampling. But if you know that you like a good green fragrance, if you know that you like something bright and citrusy and you're not scared of florals, I mean, this brand is doing something right. So definitely check their samples out. Check out their brand. I'll link them down below. Of course, I'm not partnered with them. They really probably don't know much about me. If they probably don't even know I exist. But really nice brand, beautiful fragrance. The price is probably just right for what it is. And, this is a beautiful fragrance, guys. One of my favorite spring fragrances. In the comment section below, let me know, have you heard about this house? What do you think about this fragrance? Do you like fig? Do you like grass? Do you like, you know, beautiful floral notes? You know, I think you'll be very surprised with this fragrance. You know, gardenia was not something that was on my radar, not something that I ever thought that I would like, but I guess I'm a fan now. I'm converted to the world of gardenia, I suppose. I'm just smelling it so much because I love this stuff. I really do. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. Thank y'all so much for all of your love and your support. If you do want to help me down below, y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hit all notifications. And definitely tell a friend about this channel. I'm reviewing fragrances for y'all. I'm talking about fragrances. I'm talking about the good stuff. Thank y'all for being here today. Wear what you love, my friends. Wear what you love. What you want to rock whenever you want to do it. You know, rock it. I'll see y'all next time, my friends. Peace out and bye.